What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James and welcome back today to Roblox. How are you doing, everyone? Welcome back, welcome back. Today, of course, it is time once again to jump back into Bee Swarm Simulator, and today, Onett has done a sneaky. So we're here to talk about it, we're going to hypothesize about it, we're going to chat about it, the big Bee Swarm style. Everyone's invited. Are you excited? I am. So, 3, 2, 1, claim the hive! Yeah, welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you guys and girls are doing amazing. Yeah, as you may have seen from the previous episode, we spent a lot of honey in that one. We did like a challenge, which was like the trillions to 0, or as close to 0 honey as we could possibly get. But the plus side now is that I have a sort of a shiny 18 and 17 hive. My plan is to actually get this up to level 18. We'll talk about that in just a second. But before we do, you guys know what time it is. It's funky fungi. And there we go. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for coming and hanging out. It's always nice to see you in a new episode of Bee Swarm Simulator. What should we go for today? I don't know. What should we go for? We've been in the 2000s recently, and we've been doing well with that. Can we try and get 2,111 likes in this episode? That would be really, really cool. Thank you once again for your continued support, and of course, for everyone who's been using the star code, directly supports the channel, which is always really, really nice. So thank you so very much. Right, I've got to talk about stuff. We've got stuff to talk about. It's always exciting when there's new stuff to talk about. Where do we begin? Oh yeah, what I thought we'd do is actually in this episode as well, I thought I'd give you guys just a little bit of an update as to where I am personally with like the Beesmas quest lines and stuff. So I've been taking these like nice and slow and steady. I don't want to rush them because with Beesmas like so long, it seems a shame just to like have nothing to do, you know, no quests or whatever. So I have really been enjoying these quests, and to be honest, I would actually say that this set of Beesmas quests have actually been some of my favorite ones for the actual Bee Bear for like a long time. I've really been enjoying the Bee Bear quest line, and you can see here we are 3 fireflies away from handing in what I think is the penultimate quest. So I think there's one more after this. We'll do this in just a second. And in terms of Dapper Bear, I haven't been like super progressive on this. I'm still on one called Wandering Ambition, where basically I just need to pop a load of puffies. So yeah, I've done everything else. There's a bunch of puffies to pop. Getting there slowly but surely. We're going to talk about the elephant in the room as well. We're going to talk about stick bug in just a second. We're going to talk about that in just a bit. Yeah, the old stick bug. Stick bug. But anyway, before we get into that, yeah, let's talk about Onett's little sneaky. So I was just playing the game. I think it was a few days ago. I can't quite remember when this was. I think there's a date on here. Yeah, on the 18th. So this has actually been out for a few days now. I was kind of keeping an eye on things just to see if there was like multiple things we could put together in an episode. But yeah, I actually saw Onett was online. And not only was he online, he was in the studio. And normally that's a good sign. It's always a good sign to see Onett online. It's always good to see him in the studio. And literally, like, I don't know, I kind of saw it pretty much as it came, but boom, this bad boy popped up in Onett's inventory. So this is a brand new decal image for, of course, a coconut belt, which is really good news. So obviously we're going to talk about the items. I was actually looking around the map just before I was doing this video, and it's quite interesting. I noticed some things that I really wasn't paying too much attention to. So I'll talk about those in a sec. But this is a brand new wearable item, obviously the coconut belt. And this is a continuation of the coconut gear that we haven't seen in the game for like so many years. So yeah, check this out. Check this out. This is kind of mad. So if you think about this, I was thinking about the levels of the gear, like where we are up to in the game. And right now, people are wearing, you know, the petal belt. We're still wearing the coconut canister. But when it comes to you know, like the shoulders and stuff as well, check this out. These are the shoulders that everyone is wearing, and aside from the crafting goods and stuff, these only cost 200 million to make. Only 200 million. These have been out for so long. It's kind of funny because we were all running around with like collectors which are in like the trillions, I think they were. I can't quite remember the price. But we're wearing like shoulder pads and stuff that are from so far back in the game that they only cost 200 million to make. So my theory is quite simple. There you go. I just went to check. 2.5 trillion it costs for the endgame collectors, and you know the heat treated and the hydroponics are, you know, 750 billion to make. But yeah, I was kind of thinking about the levels, and my hypothesis, quite simple, is not only are we going to be getting a brand new coconut belt in the game, bearing in mind that the current one we right now is the petal belt. So let's go and check this out quickly, just because I forget all the prices. Yeah, this is 15 billion. So even if you take like 2.5 trillion and 15 billion, there's a massive difference between the price ranges of all of the endgame gear that we're wearing. So yeah, I think we're going to get a coconut belt, which is pretty obvious from the decal. I think it's going to be really cool. Of course, it is going to live as well in the coconut shop. By the way, there's a robo pass in here, in case you haven't got it yet. I actually haven't got it yet. It's behind there. But yeah, we're going to be getting a third item here in the coconut shop. I think the coconut belt is going to be the new end game belt, which is kind of strange as well, because like we're still using the coconut backpack as the end game backpack, but that's also not very expensive. So are we going to get a new backpack? And also, are we going to get new shoulders? Because as you've seen, like shoulders at 200 million honey are like really, really outdated now compared to everything else. So what I'm thinking is for Beesmas Part 2, which is really good news, we're not just going to get some new quests and stuff and then that's going to be it. I think Onett is actively working towards brand new wearable items in the game for endgame players. And I think that's fantastic. What would I like to see for this? Well, I guess it's just a case of like a bit of consistency. Obviously, like we've had the coconut shop for a really long time now. As you know, when the coconut crab came in, I can't remember, years ago now, but there's always been that final slot in his shop for what I guess was always supposed to be the coconut belt, but it's taken a really, really long time to do it. Onett has also mentioned previously, I'm sure I've got a screenshot somewhere, but he has mentioned that he did want to do some new endgame guards, because the guards that we have are like super outdated. And obviously we have the collectors now. I don't know if you can do much with the hats, because they're sort of part of the endgame package. But obviously we've got the belt, and then the final piece which is missing is, oh, boots though. Because everyone's got gummy boots, right? So, like, is there going to be a set of red boots and a set of blue boots? Technically, if you've got white boots, why not have... Oh, on it, we need loads more items. We need loads more items. But yeah, I think maybe that's something to do with the plan for Beesmas Part 2. So how much of this stuff are we going to get all at once? I don't know. I mean, wouldn't it be cool to, like, I really love the gummy boots and stuff. They're, like, one of my favorite sort of wearable items. But I feel like if you want to have, like, a consistent endgame sort of build, then there might as well be, like, a threshold for everything. So especially the guards, I think, would be a great addition for Beesmas Part 2. A belt and new guards. And then maybe look towards something like a new backpack in future. Although the thing is, you don't really need a new backpack now, because especially if you've got a blue hive and you're using, you know, bubble bloat and stuff, then... it's kind of irrelevant. Your backpack is just sort of your backpack, but it gets massive anyway. But I guess for like other colors, it would kind of be cool. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Coconut belt? Interesting. And I was also, just before I saw this news, I was like, oh, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's go nighttime and let's actually get these fireflies. I'm going to be really impatient here and use a bell. But I was like thinking about going to get the hydroponic, the heat treated, and the petal planters, and I just thought to myself, well, I might as well get them. I can pretty much afford them, so like, why don't we just make them? I've been crafting like blue extracts like mad, because I only had like 12 left. But with the news of new items in the game, I think I'm going to hold off for a little while. I would imagine that because the coconut stuff is sort of more down the middle, it's probably going to be more sort of, well, I don't know what the crafting ingredients are going to be honest, but I'm just going to keep my stuff, and I think maybe that might be a good idea, just in case it comes out sometime in the next, I don't know, couple weeks or a month or something, just to see what the actual crafting costs are. But yeah, I wanted to get them, but I think it's best to wait. I think this is it now. 3, ding, hey. Right, okay, so let's go and hand in, and let's see what the penultimate quest is. Sorry, the final quest is. Okay, jolly, jolly, jolly. There's nothing you and your bees can't do. You're making everyone's Beesmas wishes come true. And for that, I've got another present for you. Just one more quest, and I've got something even better. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, okay, cool. So we got another present. I don't know who to give that to. We gave it to Onett last time. Do I have an NPC spare? I'm guessing somewhere. All right, okay, let's go. Okay, just look at all the wonderful work you've done. This place is decked out, overflowing with honey day joy. You've delivered so many presents, put up so many decorations. I'd say you've single-handedly saved Beesmas, and a Beesmas hero deserves the best gift of all, the love and company of a cup buddy. Okay, or a star treat. but we need a few more things to do. Okay, a bunch of cogs for all his joints, a couple of drives for his brain, and the soul of a level 9 snow bear. Ho, ho, ho! The more you... Okay. Wait, is that the final quest? cogs for Cub Buddy? Unless there's like 2 quests. Maybe I just miscounted. Okay, collect 500 cogs. So basically, we've got... oh, I just used the samovar. That's so annoying. We basically need to do a load of robo bears. Okay. You know, speaking of robo bear and this quest here, this stick bug nymph hat one, obviously this is like sort of, I guess, the more controversial one from Beesmas Part 1. But yeah, I've been sort of experimenting with it and I've been playing with it. And of course, I have a blue hive, which really doesn't help particularly much. But essentially, as you can see, I've got 45 out of the 75 cog turrets, and I've only got 6 out of 50 Mega Mech Squeetos. So I think my highest round that I've been to is I've been into round 15, which is where I found the Mega Mech Squeetos. There is no way that I am getting past round 15. There's not a chance. There was just so many mobs, and I think I died like, I don't know, 5-6 times or something. It was ridiculous, but in that time scale, I did manage to get the Mega Mech Squeetos, so that is a bit of progress. But I know now that I basically need to get to level 15 like 10 times, and I'm not looking forward to that because there tends to be a bit of RNG bad luck. And I think I did like 3 or 4 in a row, like the past couple of days. I only got past level 10 once, would you believe? And just the RNG was horrendous. I kept getting like red and white fields, and it just really wasn't happening. But, you know, I have got the cog turret, so I think I can do the cog turrets. It really just is the Mega Mech Squeetos. I don't actually know. Do they spawn below level 15, or is it always level 15? Because I think I can get to level 15 again, you know, if I get the right boosts, if I get the right upgrades, you know, if I get the right damage boosters and, you know, get the right pollen, then it's fine. But it's just getting all those things that is proving very, very tricky. So I don't know if you can get them below level 15. If you can, I've never seen them personally yet, but then again, I haven't really been past level 15 very much. Like, I think I've got a couple of 11s, a couple of 12s, I think a 13, and then a 15. So, yeah, Blue Hive is not ideal, but we're sort of making it slowly but surely. Like, I feel like if they could just chuck a couple Mega Mech Squeetos in like round 11, then I'd be a bit happier, but that's my progress so far. I've been grinding away with the Blue Hive hype. I mean, it's getting there, but it's taken a while. So yeah, I think that's about it for this episode. I've been grinding away with some honey as well. My plan is to basically get a nice level 18 hive. I feel like it's been a long time since we focused on doing any kind of upgrading for our hive. Obviously, we did some upgrading recently. We spent, I think, 63 trillion honey, which was a good amount, and we've got 26 trillion, like, again. So that's a good amount of upgrades. I'd like to finish the whole thing in one go, though, so I'm going to have to do a bit of counting. I've still got my puppy bee in there for the bond increase, and I'd also like to try and get these all gifted. I don't like having patches. It's kind of annoying. Like, I want it all gifted if possible, so yeah, I've got a bit of work to do. I've got a bit of grinding to do, but it's good though. And obviously, if Onett is adding in some new items and stuff, it means that he's actively now working on Beesmas Part 2, which is good news as well. So of course, anything that comes out, I will let you guys know on the channel. But yeah, until then, thanks, and see ya.